The toughest thing that I went through was my hair, because I was told that it would be about 21 days before it would start falling out. 4 days after my first treatment, I was seeing clumps coming out.
How was that for you, losing your hair?
Losing my hair brought me to my knees like nothing else ever has. Ever. And I don't know, because it changed who I thought that I was. You know, like you look in the mirror, you're like, I'm doing everything. I didn't ask for this, first of all, and I'm doing everything I need to do to get through it. Why did I have to go through that? You know. My name is Migdalia Green. I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, stage 2B. The first sign was I felt a bump on my right lower pelvic area. It was very small, and my mom was actually going through some medical things that she needed. I was there with the hospital with her every day, and when I felt it, she had a home health nurse come to the house to do what she needed to do with my mom, and I had her actually look at it and be like, do I need to go see a doctor? Do I need to? She's like, well, I would definitely go check it out. She felt it and stuff. She's like, I can't give you any medical advice, but you need to go check it out. 2 years later, I hadn't. The fevers started. I had a fever every day. It was a lot of the symptoms of COVID-19. I was weak, fatigued, sweats. I would get cold chills. I'd be really cold one moment and then really hot the next.
When were you diagnosed?
January 2nd of 2020, straight into the new year. I was in a really deep depression, and sincere experience. Sure lost my sister's friend. My sister's friend actually brought my attention to what she was looking for, someone who was dealing with losing their hair. And I knew that that was God, because I prayed. I said, I can't let this break me, this part break me. I said, God, help me, please. And that's when she came. And I was able to talk to her and what she was trying to do. And it wasn't like she gave me my hair back or anything like that, but I looked at her and she didn't have any hair, and I just saw such a beautiful human with her attitude and stuff, and I knew I could do that too. She did my makeup, and I just looked at myself, I'm like, it's okay. And it was really hard to deal with, but it was okay. It was okay.
You can get a curly wig, a red wig, a blue wig, an orange wig, a blonde wig, a green wig, a lavender wig.
My name is Charles Cotton, but I go by the name Cha, or sincerely Cha. My connection with cancer is ovarian cancer. I was diagnosed in 2019 with it at the age of 30. Also, my grandmother had cancer. She was diagnosed in 1995 for the first time with throat cancer, and it came back throughout the years until she succumbed to the illness in 2015. So 20 years. The day we went to see her doctor, we went to see the oncologist this particular day. And this was when they were telling us, that was the day that they told me it was stage 4. That was the day that they told us, you know, look, we can either do chemo and radiation, or we cannot do nothing at all, and it's just gonna be that. And she looked at me. I remember sitting at the windows with her, and she looked at me, and I was like, Grandma, you know, Mama's gonna want to know. And she was like, I don't want you to tell her. And she looked at me and she just stared at me. She was like, "You okay?" I said, "Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay." I wasn't, but I'm okay. I'm not gonna tell you that I'm not okay. And she told me whether the rain comes or the sun shines, God is gonna bring us through this. That's what she told me. And at that moment, that's when I knew, like, okay, whatever's about to happen, it's gonna happen, and I'm just gonna have to take it, and we're gonna be all right. Try not to get her just her hands and stuff.
Yes, ma'am.
Got it?
Okay.
First off, it bothered me that it was in my ovary. That bothered me because I don't have kids. And I knew that there was that reproductive area is the only way that I can have kids. And so I kept saying, you know, I don't want them to take all of that. Don't, you know, if you don't have to, I don't want to lose all of that. And I went through the thing of, okay, if they remove it, I don't have to do chemo, but I do have to do chemo. It's like, I don't want to do chemo. I know what that does to the body. I watched what it did to my grandmother. I know that it's harming you to help you, you know, and that was hard for me to even accept that I gotta go through chemotherapy. So the way I feel now, I'm probably gonna end up feeling worse. It's all right, I got one more. I feel better this time. Daddy eat all my snacks every time I come home. I don't eat my snacks out. My daddy eat my snacks.
I'm a praying man. Of course, you know, do what daddy do. I put the prayer, me and my wife, we start praying. I started getting other people to intercede. But what was amazing was her faith. And for as I'm speaking, I didn't see her at that point yet spiritually. I saw it coming, but when we got to this cancer baby, and I saw her attitude, unlike my first daughter, my oldest daughter, she's there now, but she had to get there. But Charles was there, and I'm like, wow, if you're not going to let this worry you, I have to be strong.
I was not expecting God to give me a purpose through cancer at all. But he reassured me that everything that he's put me through is going to make my purpose so much more greater than what I was thinking it was going to be.
I was so tired of always talking about what was wrong. I wanted things to be so right. I told my sister, I said, I want to tell y'all everything that I'm going through. I don't want you to feel sad for me. I don't want you to be sad because of something that's happening for me. Without hesitation, she said, Migdalia, we are not sad for you. We're fighting for you through prayer. That hit hard. I said, all right. All right. Well, here it goes. Pray for me. Yes, and I think it was about my 10th treatment, because as the treatments went worse, the side effects got worse. The recovery time was longer for each time. So before it would take me like 3 days to get back on my feet after treatment, it was now taking me 6 days, 7 days to be feeling better before I had to go right back into it. The love of family and the love of friends that truly care and are there for you is something that I never knew, that I took for granted. And I was really hard on myself because I realized that I never actually felt someone loving me. And it's so sad. God included.
I have been natural since 2013. I will cut my hair if I feel like it whenever. I have always been that way. I will take it off. So honestly, in the moment, I was like, it's just hair. I cut my hair all the time. I dye it. I do all type of stuff to my hair. So it didn't bother me. But when it started coming out, I couldn't control. There wasn't anything that I controlled. That hurt. It hurt. It hurt. I thought I was ready for it, but I wasn't. I cried like a baby.
It felt like there was no time for me to just slow down and take in the changes that I was going through, to be able to kind of like prepare or come to terms with. There was no coming to terms with any changes that were happening. You just had, this is it, you got to do it, and you got to keep going. Look at me now. Loving every phase of it, and I embrace it so much because now I can do every single hairstyle that exists. And I ain't got to worry about it. Because every time I get a cut, it's going to look better than what it did before. So I am all right. I am all right. That's it.